Well, the Idaho Steelheads picked up a come-from-behind 3-2 win last night in Game 1 of a 3-game set against the Utah Grizzlies. Game 2 coming up tonight from the Mavericks Center at 7:10 p.m. Cam McGuire here alongside head coach Everett Sheen. Well, Sheener, let's just start first. Your overall thoughts from the 60 minutes of play.
I thought it was a gutsy win, especially in the third there. First period was okay. We can't really, give up a breakaway with full possession in the last minute of the first period right after we scored, so that was a little disappointing. And then second period, I thought we were disconnected, a little sloppy, kind of just out for a Sunday skate. And then as we saw, gave up another breakaway goal against. But then I thought our guys really refocused and came out with a purpose in the third and ultimately got it done in regulation.
Well, let's get to that comeback. Connor McEachern ties it at 2 with 6:49 to go. Then Patrick Moynihan scores the game winner, 62 seconds left. Your guys' first come-from-behind win this year when trailing after 40 minutes of play. And, you look at both those goals, they were greasy goals, right, in the blue paint, and that's something you guys have been preaching not only as of recent but throughout the whole season.
Exactly. I mean, we keep telling them they count the exact same as a pretty tic-tac-toe backdoor tap-in. At the end of the day, you need to get pucks on net, and then especially with traffic, cause some chaos there and get greasy and bang them in, and that's exactly what we did.
We've talked about the resiliency from this group throughout the year. It was on full display last night, and I know we talked with Patrick Moynihan earlier, and he talked about the leadership group kind of coming together in the second period there. I know Patrick Hudla had a lot to say. We'll see him in the lineup tonight, but it's got to be nice as a coach when you can see it first from your players versus you having to go in there and maybe start screaming and hollering, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Cuds, had the right message coming in, and it resounded with them, and kind of took the wind out of my sails. So I was about to do the same thing, but then that's where I can, kind of come in and double down on the message, but maybe in a different tone that the guys respond to, and ultimately we did.
Let's talk about your goaltender, Brian Thompson. He was spectacular. Turned aside 26 of the 27 shots in the final 40 minutes of play, finished with 35 saves. And Ben Craw's still up with Texas, as we've discussed. So you guys have been relying a lot on Tomer, and it seems like he just continues to be sharp.
Yeah, he's really stepped up and, taking advantage of it. And, as we saw with 4.5 seconds left, he made that huge confident save on the penalty shot. Rewatching, he was just very confident in what he was going to do, and he got it done.
That kind of leads me into my next question. I think a lot of the listeners kind of want to know what took place in that final 4.5 seconds, because Tomer had made the stop. Then you saw Reggie kind of knock the puck away, but then there was a lot of waiting around. There was a lot of discussions between the officials, the players, and yourself as well. So kind of give us an update of kind of what took place there in the final 4.5 seconds.
Well, like you said, Reggie dove over and he batted the puck underneath Tomer there to prevent the goal. And, there is a rule in hockey, if you cover the puck with your hand in the crease, it's an automatic penalty shot. And the ref, live thought Reggie had put his hand over top of it instead of just, pushing it. So he called the penalty shot live. And they went and reviewed to make sure the puck didn't go in the net. But, at the end of the day, we can't overturn penalty calls, especially live on the ice. So ended up being a penalty shot, and Tomer came out big.
Talk about getting a full 60 minutes. You had mentioned kind of a Sunday skate, as you will say, in the second period there. So now that you had that success in the third period last night, you look to carry it over here. What's the message heading into tonight?
It'll be tough to play against. We need to make sure we're finishing our checks, stopping on loose puck battles, doing everything with a purpose and intent. We need to be, the harder team to play against tonight for sure.
Well, there you have it. That's Steelheads head coach Everett Sheen. Sheeners, always appreciate the time. Best of luck. Have some fun tonight.
Thanks for having me, Cam.